The stars over Earth 616 pulsed with unrest. From his underwater sanctuary, Adam Brasier, known to the world as Blue Marvel, studied the growing rift above the planet's orbit. His systems registered strange quantum echoes, an alien signature that didn't match anything from their universe. He stared into the pulsating feed, a rupture in the very skin of the multiverse. He had seen something like this before. Once, during his early days in Project Pegasus, they'd theorized about interdimensional bruising. But this was a wound. His artificial intelligence, Calvin, buzzed to life. Dr. Brass here, gravitational distortions are escalating. Reality is thinning at an exponential rate. Something, or someone, is coming through. Blue Marvel narrowed his eyes. Prepare planetary shields and alert T'Challa and Reed. I'll intercept. He launched into the sky with a sonic boom that rattled nearby tectonic plates, bursting through the stratosphere like a silver comet. His body shimmered with antimatter energy, his mind racing with calculations. If this was another incursion, he'd have to plug it fast, before it unraveled their dimension. But what came through wasn't an incursion, it was a throne. Floating just beyond Earth's gravitational pull, suspended on dark matter and arrogance, the obsidian throne of Darkseid emerged from the breach. Upon it sat the dreaded god of tyranny himself, an avatar of Darkseid, fully manifested within the 616 reality. His glowing red eyes burned holes in the vacuum of space. This world brims with defiance, with hope, with will, Darkseid muttered, rising slowly. It offends me. Blue Marvel stopped cold, eyes narrowing. You're not from here, but I know your kind. Gods with delusions of destiny. Darkseid raised a hand, the void around him trembling. I am no god. I am the end of gods. I am entropy incarnate. Adam clenched his fists, letting antimatter energy crackle across his skin. Then you're trespassing, and I don't let entropy dictate the fate of my universe. Darkseid stepped off his throne. He floated toward Blue Marvel as if walking across invisible steps carved from cosmic inevitability. Behind him, a fleet of Apokoliptian warships spilled from the rift, casting shadows across Earth's orbit. The invasion had begun. 3 hours earlier, Apocalypse. The avatar of Darkseid had grown restless. After a multiversal disruption triggered by Dr. Doom's tinkering with primal energies, a tear had appeared between universes. Darkseid's true form, watching from the higher dimensions of the fourth world, seized the opportunity. Send the avatar, his voice echoed across infinite realms. Let it feast on hope. This avatar wasn't the full power of Darkseid, but it was enough to humble Kryptonians and shatter worlds. It was a spark of the true flame. And now Earth 616 would be its proving ground. Blue Marvel rocketed forward, slamming into the avatar with enough force to make Jupiter tremble. But Darkseid didn't flinch. The shock wave displaced entire chunks of cosmic dust and sent warships spiraling out of position. Blue Marvel spun, landed another blow, and let off an antimatter burst. But still, the godlike figure absorbed it with barely a grunt. You fight with science and rage, Darkseid said, catching Adam's next punch midair. But I am the end of reason. The Omega beams sparked to life. Adam barely dodged them, darting backward and forming a shield of condensed antimatter. The beams curved, followed him, slamming into his side and tossing him across orbit like a rag doll. He crashed into a disabled satellite, coughing. He stood up, bruised but not broken. You're powerful, but not invincible, Darkseid sneered. I am inevitable. Down below, Wakanda, Latveria, and the Baxter building buzzed with activity. Reed Richards was scanning the anomaly. Shuri was coordinating planetary defense. Dr. Doom watched silently from his castle, unmoved, muttering to himself, let the Titan and the Tyrant destroy each other. But one thing was clear to them all. If Blue Marvel fell, Earth would be next. Blue Marvel recalibrated his approach. He wasn't going to win with brute force, not against a being sculpted from the essence of tyranny. He drew from the neutral zone of antimatter, calculating a new frequency, a way to temporarily phase Darkseid's avatar out of sync with their universe. The next collision was cataclysmic. Antimatter and Omega energy collided, sending a detonation across the rift that shattered incoming warships and caused portals to collapse. For a moment, space itself cried out in pain. Blue Marvel hovered in the aftermath, his suit cracked, but still pulsing with energy. Darkseid emerged from the smoke, his eyes now blazing brighter. He'd been wounded. He wiped a trail of black ichor from his mouth. Interesting. You have earned my attention. Adam smirked through bleeding lips. Then let's see if I can earn your defeat. The stars bore silent witness to the clash of colossi. All around them, the wreckage of shattered warships drifted like metallic corpses. The cosmic rift behind them pulsed ominously, still open, still vulnerable to a second wave of Apokoliptian terror. If this battle wasn't sealed soon, Earth wouldn't survive the next one. But neither Blue Marvel nor Avatar Darkseid cared about strategy now. This was war, pure and personal. Blue Marvel's body was scorched, his left arm was dislocated, ribs cracked, and his power regulator had short-circuited. But he still hovered in defiance. "You bleed," Adam said through clenched teeth, "which means you can be broken." Darkseid's lips curled into a sneer. "You mistake injury for weakness. I allow this, to study you. You are anomalous, an insect wielding the fire of gods." He raised both hands, summoning a storm of raw Omega energy that exploded outward like a planetary eruption. Adam braced. His antimatter shield cracked but held. He burst through it and countered with a charged fist directly to Darkseid's throat. The impact sent the Avatar reeling backward for the first time. But even as he staggered, Darkseid's Omega beams lashed out, striking Adam midair and throwing him downward toward the moon's surface. The crater on the moon's surface erupted as Blue Marvel hit with titanic force. Dust clouds surged miles high. Lunar rock melted beneath his body. For seconds, he didn't move. Then a blue glow pulsed beneath the debris. Adam rose, eyes glowing like novas. "I've fought gods. I've faced annihilation. But you," he took flight. "You insult the laws of reason." He reached into his chest regulator and manually rewired the antimatter containment, pushing beyond safety limits. "I'm done holding back." Adam unleashed a pure antimatter nova. A blinding eruption surged across the moon, engulfing Darkseid's avatar. Space itself folded. Reality flickered. For the first time, Darkseid screamed, not in pain but in rage. "You would dare!" He growled, his armor flaking off, revealing dark sinew and divine circuitry beneath. Blue Marvel used that moment. He flew faster than light, circled the avatar, and delivered a rapid sequence of antimatter-infused strikes, each calibrated to overload Darkseid's internal structure. But it wasn't enough. The tyrant retaliated with a full-powered Omega pulse, catching Adam mid-spin and slamming him through 2 asteroids. His body tumbled, torn, burning, leaking plasma from his suit. Darkseid stood at the edge of the rift now, towering arms wide. "Behold the death of your protector!" Inside Adam's neural link, Calvin reactivated, whispering through static, "Adam, core containment failing. One shot, one chance." Adam blinked, barely conscious. He focused on the rift, still unstable. He knew what he had to do. He channeled all remaining antimatter, not into an attack, but into the rift itself. "Darkseid," he roared, "let's see if you like the door slammed in your face." He surged forward with everything he had left. His body was a comet of blue fire. He plowed through the Avatar's chest, tearing cosmic flesh as he dragged Darkseid into the collapsing rift. He released the antimatter burst, collapsing the breach behind them. A silent explosion unfolded across the stars, folding Darkseid's avatar back into the void from whence he came. Silence. For a full minute, Earth watched the skies. Then a single dim beacon blinked across Earth's upper orbit. Adam Brashear, alive barely, floated unconscious in orbit, radiation clinging to his skin, his suit shredded. But the rift was gone. The Apokoliptian fleet had vanished. Inside his helmet, Calvin's soft voice returned. "Dr. Brashear, victory achieved." Blue Marvel awoke in a Wakandan medical chamber. T'Challa stood beside him, arms crossed. You collapsed a multiversal breach and forced a god back into the void, T'Challa said. Typical Adam, Blue Marvel smirked weakly. Did I win? T'Challa nodded once. Barely, but yes, you won. Adam leaned back, sighing. Then maybe next time, someone else can save the universe. They both knew that wasn't going to happen, because when cosmic tyranny knocks on reality's door, Blue Marvel answers.